Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me here in Dwarf Fortress mode, for our continuing saga of the city of Anvilseal. And as promised, to begin episode 52, we're going to start off with the trade. You can see that there's a ton of dwarves, pretty much the whole fortress, bringing items to trade up to our trade caravan to make sure that we have gotten all of that taken care of. They brought a whole bunch of items with us, and we had over 900 that we're going to decide to let go today. And so resting injury. Ineth Kedasab has been injured. You were injured. Heart and heart tissue. Ouch. Now, Ineth was, let's see, feed boards. Yeah, she was the one that killed the last forgotten beast, Ozmat, Nago, or how do you say it? However you say that. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that we had gotten away with not having to do that. But okay, so yeah, this needs to be handled here. Let's throw that away. And yeah, we've got a moody dwarf working, and then we've got a whole bunch of other dwarves that are bringing stuff up to the front to trade. And this should be a fairly, despite the number of items, this should be a fairly decent and quick trade is what I'm hoping anyways. Because most of it is food, wine, prepared items, some crafts, and I don't really expect that our caravan, besides the logs, the requisite logs and stone, the flex stone that we ask for, that's usually all that we ask from the Mountainhome. So they're going to come out really good. They're going to come out on top, of course, and that's totally fine. The hope is to get our food and perhaps even our drink and our fish down a little bit, and even some of our plants. There's been a lot of that going on, so we'll see how far we get with that. Obviously, the dwarves are going to have to work pretty hard in order to make this happen, and you can see that they're taking quite a bit of stock here. We've got somebody else here. This is a whole bunch of rotten stuff here that we need to get rid of. Didn't have a chance to cook any of it. Oh, that's disappointing. What a waste. We have too much, is the truth. Demat Kolmassos, the stonecutter, has created Destot Rashgur, a granite earring. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Zuthan Cobalt Canyon. Demat Kolmassos, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Trader's ready to trade. Yeah, we know. Destot Rashgur is a granite earring, 12,800 in value. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It's encrusted with cushion, granite cabochons encircled with bands of tapered baguette-cut rock crystals, marquee-cut red tourmalines, and giant cave spider silk. This object is adorned with hanging rings of copper and menaces with spikes of copper. On the item is an image of the king, Uzel Undertones, the dwarf, and dwarves in pigtail. The king is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the ascension of Onertones to the position of king of the tapered irons in the first year. On the item is an image of the forgotten beasts, a forgotten beast in alpaca bone. On the item is an image of dwarves in pigtail. The dwarves are traveling, and the artwork relates to the foundation of Anvilseal by the mighty anvils of the tapered irons in the early spring of 41 to 40 years later. He's claiming this as his own. It's already been marked for storage. Let's find out where he lives. Where's your room, buddy? And we're going to put a little display case here for the earring. I'm actually kind of surprised. This is something that doesn't really make sense to me, but perhaps that's just the way that it goes. But if Dumat has created this, wouldn't he want to wear it? You know? Destat Rashker. It seems like he would want to wear this object instead of just having it displayed in his room. Family heirloom and all. But maybe not. We're over halfway done transporting all of the stuff that I'm not even sure that the tapered irons can handle all of this. That's a lot of dwarves. Let's check downstairs. Yeah, okay, so this is about ready to boil over. But it hasn't yet. Sometimes the 6s look like 8s, not gonna lie. 300 items remain. I'm actually quite curious as to what happens here. I didn't mean for this to happen, and I'm actually still kind of sad that it did happen. But it's not the first time that Noshtath has devoured something, and it probably won't be the last. Volcanoes are dangerous. This is something that I've learned in this playthrough. That's it. They're dangerous. There's no two ways about it, you guys. Okay, so they're bringing in some of the remaining stuff. Less than 200 items to go. Ended a mandate. Yeah, we could get rid of all of the toys, but I don't think that we will. We'll just leave it. Is it going to stop? That would be extraordinarily surprising if it stopped. My expectation is that it's going to continue to rise because we didn't go off of a diagonal there. Because we were doing this unintentionally. If it was a diagonal, then I would just expect this to kind of fill up and stop. But I think that it's going to overflow here, and it's going to overflow here. Mandate the construction of certain goods. Battle axe. We can do that. Uh-oh. We don't have a manager? Who was our manager? Was he killed? It was Aesop. It was Binmaker, you guys. Binmaker was also the manager. I've forgotten about this. We need a new manager. I'm deigned to give the job to one of our military dwarves. But Ettenslayer and Talonist seem to be both... yeah, Talonist, it's yours. And you need an office. So let's take care of that. I think the manager's offices are up here. Offices is. Manager's office, yeah. Welcome to Fort Administration. And we're asking for an iron battle axe. Can you please approve that when you get a moment? Just one, though. Don't need more. He's going to ask for another one later, and then it's going to be a whole thing. We don't need that many axes. We are going to have an axe dwarf squad that's going to be coming up. 4 items. Where are you guys all going? Just morbidly curious now. Climbing up. Coming back down. Oh, they're throwing stuff away. Alright. That's a long ways to walk for that. But I guess they can't get up that way, so that's the only way up. We should probably do something about that. Let's trade. Yeah, we'll get rid of the one toy axe. Want to get rid of all of our ratty clothing. Because we don't have a Goodwill. A Goodwill store, a thrift store. Figurines, amulets, scepters, crowns, rings, meat, fish, raw fish, totems, more clothing, prepared meals, a couple of jugs that I don't want. Actually, those have some random honey. Yeah, they're over excessive weight. They can't take any of that. They can't take all of that. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's take some blocks off of them and let's take all of the boulders. Let's take all of the logs. Let's see if we can lighten their load a little bit. We need to take 1,500 off of their weight. We'll take that steel battle axe. It's not very much weight, though. Just start taking some of the shoes and socks and cloaks and, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that we might actually use. Sure, steel gauntlets. That's fine. We have 90,000 that we're trading them. That's ridiculous. Dratha leather mittens. Take some boxes. I don't want the boxes. Never mind. We could take some bins. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Some cloth. Boy, we really haven't taken very much off of them as far as weight is concerned here, have we? Get some more pigtail cloth. There we go. I don't want bolts. I don't want large gems. An anvil would help. At this point, I'm just looking for, like, ways to reduce their weight so they can take the stuff that I don't want and get things that I would use. None of this stuff is actually that heavy, but it will help us. Give the dwarves some variety. Like backpacks. Can we do cheese? I don't know. It's kind of heavy, I guess. Don't want thread. I don't want their anvil, but that would help. That's like 70. I was really hoping that the boulders and logs would get us part way there, but I don't want any more puzzle boxes, for the love of God. I don't want dwarven wine. We have lost a couple of picks. We may as well grab those. Don't need training axes or swords or spears. Guys, this is kind of getting tricky to manage here. If we take all of the cloth, all of the bins, we're still 600 pounds over. I'll take the bolts, I guess. That's not that heavy. Do we have leather somewhere else, or is it just the hides? I think it's just the hides. We could definitely make bags out of the leather. That's kind of what I have this fort doing. We don't need any plump helmets. Sorry. We're giving you meat and fish, so we don't need any ourselves. Do I just have to reduce what I'm giving them? That's really disappointing. I'll take that crossbow, I guess. Oh, that gets close. Yeah, that'll do it. We'll take a couple of animals that we don't want. Greetings from the Mountain Homes. Your efforts are legend there. Let us trade. Yeah, I would say so. You're coming away with 70,000. That's quite a successful trade. We'll do it. Have fun with all that crap. 70K to the Mountain Home. That's crazy. Oh man, we got that trade in just under the wire too. A single migrant. Welcome. As Olentosbutt. He's a soap maker. As Tongs Drill. Bringing us back up to 125. Not really a wave, but a migrant. Hi, Master Soper. I've been well, he says. He's an adequate mace dwarf. Disdains law, resists sickness. Not vengeful, good focus. Bit thoughtless, and poor analytical ability. And a talented bowyer. Proficient weaponsmith and a novice diagnostician. Welcome to the fortress. A High Master Soper, it seems like we should probably make sure that we don't have... No, we don't have any soapers, but you'll probably take the soap jobs when we need to make soap. Speaking of which... 600 gold bars. I think we can begin our pyramid. I can say it. I don't think we have any soap as of yet. So let's do that. We've got a High Master Soper. Only select to do this. Soap makers. And that's a bit strange. That's what I wanted. There you are. Soap making. Done. Guess we'll try and reload that screen. That's been a bug for a while, I think. Don't quite understand it. You're a High Master Soper. Take on an apprentice. This novice soper, I suppose. Let's go back upstairs here. It's potash. I think we got rid of a bunch of fat, so we don't really have any yet. Okay, so let's look here. Not you. This has been cleared out. Cleared out. Rendering fat, rendering fat. Okay, so there's a bunch of fat rendering going on. Excellent. Back down on the home front. This is almost full. I do know that this is episode 52, but I have this strange feeling that I might have called this episode 51 once again, which wouldn't surprise me. Another yak cow. That's what we should be doing, is trading these stupid cows. Is this a good cow or a bad cow? Bad cow. You know, something else that's kind of been bothering me is we have all of these... Oh god, we have a ton of dimple cups. And we're not milling them. So I think what I want to do is, speaking of labor, let's add another work detail. The millers should be in farming here as well. Milling. Boom. Done. Feb and Stacked. You guys are going to be our millers. And Mincott as a novice. That makes sense, right? Sure. Love it. Get to work, dwarves. What are you doing? You're milling dimple cups. Well, good for you. Aiden. How's your health? No, I forgot. It's not item. It's Enith. I don't think that's the right Enith. I think there's two of them. I'm gonna check on her. Oh no, it is her. My bad. I didn't recognize you for some reason. Evaluated. Oh, no permanent injuries. Thank goodness. Still haven't gotten this cavern layer access, and this is not spilling over yet. My goodness. Let's do this. Let's break those guys down. And all of this Forgotten Beast stuff went bad. We'll get rid of the skull or the scales. We did a bunch of slaughtering down here that we shouldn't have done. I don't understand that. They take the most longest way. Like there's butchers upstairs. Well, they killed a cave spider. Oh, they're killing lots of cave spiders. Maybe they just died. Oh, they probably died because they don't have access to the caverns and there's no food in here. Who knows? Almost there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this won't happen. It's kind of leveling out at 7s. Puzzle boxes. 2 puzzle boxes. Rock toys is what we want. Let's do 20. And I guess we'll keep making crafts. I was thinking that there was like a craft thing, a craft job that kicks off, and there might be, but I'm unwilling to look to see if it's there or not, if it actually exists. Can we do some more soap? Okay, we gotta make some lye first. That get canceled? Oh, we need some ash. Okay. You know what we're gonna do instead here? Just ash. And we'll do, say, 20. 25. That'll be fine. And let's see, this is Phyllite, this is Gabbro, so let's make granite out of this one here. We're starting on this golden pyramid, you guys. I don't care anymore. We've been waiting for so long to do this. Oops. It's 18. Keep building after placement. Unk, come on. And this drops down here. I guess we could make a golden stairwell that goes right up through here. That would be fine. Third pyramid rises. It should make things interesting. We'll probably just do a gold staircase that comes right down here. Nothing's flowing out. The jury's still out on this. I'm cautiously optimistic that it's not going to overflow. If it does, I'm actually going to be kind of surprised at this point. We'll reseal that once we get done here. We'll reseal this one here. Sorry. You knew what I meant. I didn't know what I meant, but you did, I know. There we go. Don't go in that one. Oh boy. I didn't think that through. Let's make that passable. If you're inside, then you can't go outside. You have to go down and then back up. Golden stairs. Look at that. Very nice. Let's check on that lava, shall we? Flower has become a Decicidil. Ineth Decicidil has become a dwarven child. Wow. Flowers growing up, guys. Let's celebrate that. I don't know with what. Here, have a job. There we go. The pyramid begins. Whoa. Let's just do the wall here. Looks great. Now they're all going to have to come out this way. Oh, there's a little gap there. That's fine. Nobody can climb out that way now. Weather's cleared. That's crazy. Well, today I learned that this just equalizes to that pressure. And nothing else happened there. I was expecting this to go over. Huh, how about that? Sometimes you can't win, and sometimes you just never stop winning. Let's lock these up. I'm not ready to go back out there, you guys. I'm a little traumatized by what happened last time. Let's go back up here. Made a bunch of ash. Let's make lye. Whoopsies. Make lye 25 times. Because we got the ash for it. Troglodyte has been given birth to a boy. And of course it is Dabbles. He's making ash. Dude, you're silly. Very, very silly. He's got to have his hands in everything. You know, honestly, that's probably a great thing for a duke to be doing. You know, I make fun of him a lot for it, but really, like, he gets his hands dirty. He's down there working with Joe Sixpack. You know, he's the guy that's he wants to understand the plight of the real man, as it were. You don't see very many dukes who are like that. Yeah, maybe you do. I don't know. What am I saying? Dwarves do like to work, so there's that. We're just gonna put a little band around this thing, so it looks nice and cozy. Let's do some ramps along here. And, oh, we're running low on gold already. Here, I thought I had plenty of gold. I don't think we're going to have enough to finish this. Darn. Ended a mandate? Okay. Yeah, this isn't overflowing. So we just ruined a nice area, but Noshtath has taken it over. That's fine. I guess I can live with that. We can open this back up. I just don't want to open it up in such a way that, you know, things are going to become a little crazy. I think for the time being... yeah, let's do this. Let's make this passable. I don't think there's too much out here that's going to cause us problems. And we're just going to... we're just going to dig some of this out. You know? Give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Seems like a good idea. Do regular mining for that, you know? Oh, there's some gems right there. Why not? Get the gems. Because we need more luxurious items. Also. A couple of doors here. And by a couple, I mean 4. And then we can do this guy here. That's a lot of gold. Let's get that gold going, you know? Construction of certain goods from Kib. You want us to make bolts? I think that's a good idea. Let's go back up here. I do need to keep an eye on this drink section here. Oh my goodness. What a mess. Hey, we're almost there. That's good. Oh, interesting. I did not anticipate that. That's a problem. You know what? We're going to be creative about this. I don't care. This is just going to be selected or part of the pyramid. I don't know how else to say that. That's what's going to happen, though. There's no point in doing it another way. It's going to look funny and quirky, but you know, there's been multiple people that have had their eyes on the architect of this fortress, and that'll give it character for sure. Our windmill power plant has really made things interesting there. Lots of digging not happening. And this will be our battle axe squad, our axemen, our axe dwarves. Get those ramps going. Now, we are going to have to get a little creative here with how this looks, but that's okay. Let's go back downstairs. Let's check on this soap. I think we need to make some more soap. Oh, he's making lye. Okay. Yeah, make soap from tallow. Okay. So, let's make 25 soap. I don't want to automate that because I don't really feel like going after the necessary wood to make that a thing. And eventually I think that we would just run out of wood. It's really not a concern at this point in time, you know, but such that it is. There's a lot to keep track of in this fortress, you guys, and I'm really not interested in, you know, leaving us in a situation where we are just going to be out of soap. Or out of wood, excuse me. We could be out of soap, but being out of wood is a dangerous precedent to set. Granite. It's looking good, dwarves. Definitely will be unique. That's for sure. Let's make this one a high priority here. Let's see if that will actually work. I kind of don't think it will. We'll do that. I didn't really think about the positioning of the wind farm with respect to this pyramid many, many, many episodes ago. What would be months ago now in real lifetime. Okay, we need to deal with that yak bull here. Hang on. Not done making ramps, though, so let's do that. I guess we do that, and then, yeah, let's deal with the yak bull. What kind of bull do we have? High stamina and resist sickness. No. Close. I really like that property about you. Really like that thing about you, but it's not. I'm going to swipe whatever direction it is that makes it so that I don't want you. We're going to have steak instead. That's all I'll say about that. Let's make another granite wall, guys. Golden Pyramid rises. Ban on certain exports from Dabbles, from the Duke. It's okay. On certain things. It couldn't just say, like... I'm being very critical here, and I recognize that, and it's just the place that I'm in today, but couldn't it just say a ban on whatever it is that he wants to ban? Battle axes, most likely. And I'm just guessing. You know, I'm guessing here. Wouldn't that be easier to say that? Yeah, we're not quite going to have enough to get this done. Unfortunately. Hopefully, we find some more gold in the mines. I don't think that's what I want. Yeah, that needs to be another wall. Granite blocks. Oh, gosh. You'd think I'd know how to do this a little bit better, but nope. I'm going to keep myself guessing, and probably keep some of y'all guessing too. What is he doing now? Why is he doing it that way? Because he doesn't know what he's doing. That's usually the most logical explanation. This next one should be fine. Why did this get canceled? Hey, you guys are doing it. Yay, that's great. We did kind of lose some of our mining core as well. Let's lock this up. We're not ready to pay attention to that side just yet. back up to the pyramid once we finish the save game. I'm also noticing that we've got, I'm going to say less dwarves that are kind of in the grouchy region or in the stressed area of our population chart, which I'm given to understand is not really the best representation of how a dwarf is doing. Such that, maybe I've got that wrong, but I don't know how else to tell. There's obviously ways that you can figure out, if there's focus or not, but if I'm being 100% honest, well, that's an interesting problem to solve now, isn't it? We'll make this a gold floor here. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to keep track of moods aside from using that thing. I didn't play the original game, and so that's also been a bit of a challenge. Every time I try to get into it, I couldn't. It was too much. The UI wasn't approachable. Go ahead and insert whatever excuse you want above and beyond that, but that was really the long and short of it, was that it just wasn't as approachable. This is much more approachable. There's a visual element to it, which is nice to be able to kind of see exactly what your dwarves are doing, what they're working on. Leaves a little bit less to the imagination, and I know some people liked that. Some people really liked the fact that it was ASCII characters and there was a certain amount of art or aesthetic that was attributed to those ASCII characters. And that makes sense to me. I can see how if you got used to it, that would be something that would be really precious to you, and you'd want to be able to continue to see that. But for folks who weren't really willing to spend the time, like Ankh here, things changed when the graphical version came out. And not to say that, Dwarf Fortress has, groundbreaking aesthetics or anything like that. That's certainly not true, but I think that the art now is much more evocative of what the message that the game is trying to send, the fantasy that it's trying to fulfill. And, the colony itself of dwarves, what it might look like, If you didn't have an imagination for it, you wouldn't, or you were using the ASCII to try and tell, what it would have been like or what it would look like, you might not. This gives you a little bit more reference if you don't know where to start with your imagination, I think is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, cow. Yay. Maybe, no, we won't. We won't finish it. There's a ban. It's another cow. Ah, we're having pigs. We're having bacon, guys. Where is this cow? Oh, right there, right in front of me. It's literally under my mouse. Yeah, bye. Are there just not... There's only one butcher shop. Okay. That explains why we're taking stuff down here. And then in the kill box as well. Yeah, okay. I see what I did wrong. I see where I messed up. Sorry. Let's build another butcher shop. Do we have a Lunite? I sure hope we do. Oh yeah, we got 400. Beautiful. That's all of the butcher shops that we have, or all of the space that we have for butcher shops. So I think maybe we throw one up here in the kitchen area as well. And these are made out of granite. So we'll just throw another couple up here. That's been bothering me. Is like, why are they always going out and when they're butchering stuff, they're butchering it down there in the deep, dark reaches of our fortress, and it's because that's the only place that they had to do it, and then nobody wants to go hauling all of that stuff back up to the surface, right? Like, nobody wants to do that. That's a long walk. Yeah, we don't have any more gold. Okay, so we are devoid of gold, which is fine. We can drop back down here. And let's just see. So we've got gems that are coming up in spades here, which is great. But something that I'm interested in looking at is we've got a much reduced workforce in terms of mining. So I think that we're going to take some of our other friends here, and let's just build up our mining core a little bit. There's a military dwarf. That should give us a little bit more flexibility in terms of labor. And I probably should go through, honestly. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so Destat has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11. Yeah, you're kicked off. So we'll go with 10. Number 6 is a siege operator, so Domus can continue to do that. But we'll get some new miners in here. I want to alleviate some of our military dwarves from mining duty. And I'm noticing that Kib, Cyclops Bane, Enith, also. We need to give her a nickname because she got injured in the heart, and that would be something fun to keep an eye on. Aiden, also. I don't see anybody else who's in the military, so that's -3. Let's find Eden again. Is it Iden or Eden? No, she wants to be in the military as well. Isn't she in the military? No. Oh, that's right. She is going to... I think with that, she should be the squad leader of our Battle Axe group, don't you? Martial training, Booth family. Yeah. Legendary miner, legendary leather worker. Boy, after 70 years, you've really accomplished a lot. Anger prone. I don't like that. That scares me. Okay. It's Enith. Gosh. I swear I know what I'm doing. We're going to call her Heartthrob. Yeah, we'll call her Heartthrob. Lonely, frustrated. She wants to pray to Doran. We're really working these dwarves hard, aren't we? It almost might be time. I mean, we've got a whole nother year that's come back to us. We're almost at 60. 61 is going to be the 20-year anniversary of Anvilseal. Maybe we do something special for that. It's a forced fun event, is what some corporate cultures call it. Let's have a forced fun event. Okay, so they're going after the bacon there. That's good. Nice. I do want these gems. Gimme. More camels. Well, they can stay out there. That's totally fine. Ast is just fishing away. We have any more gold? Huh. Nope. Gotta find us some more gold, guys. We're gonna have vultures in there before we know it. I haven't forgotten about this, but what are you doing? I haven't forgotten about this, but we were going to pave a whole bunch of this, and as of yet, we have not done so. And I think probably it's time to... Whoops. I think it's probably time to make a little passageway around here. You know? We can do this microcline street down here. There we go. We got plenty of materials. We may as well make it happen, you know? Construction. We got a construction order. What do we want? More bolts. Okay. Did I get that right? Yeah. Okay. And I don't think we... Oh, we actually have. Fantastic. Let's do this. Take you. Whoopsies. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. Good pathing for our dwarves to get back and forth to work. And I think, you know what? We may as well just smooth this. I'm gonna have to put some floors down there. And we'll tear them up and smooth them instead. Hopefully that works. I don't know why I'm not putting more floor down here. I just think that a little bit of variability would be nice. Perhaps that's the wrong move, but that's what we're going with today. And we haven't done this. I mean, we probably should have done this a long time ago, you guys, but it's just not top of mind, you know? So many other things to occupy your attention. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. I'm okay with that. At least for now. I might get bored of it, and we might put floor over the top of it at some point. Who knows? Sphalerite over here. Looking for some natural gold somewhere. think maybe it's time to expand this. And then we can drop down one. It's going to give us a huge glut of stone. Everything's smooth over here. Go back here, and hopefully this works. If it doesn't, oh well. You'll pick up that stuff, and then we'll just smooth it over. I'm hoping what it does, because there was some slopes here. And so what I'm hoping will happen there is that the slope will get cleared out once the blocks are picked up. Oh yeah, I love it. It looks so cool. A little bit different. Oops. Those are supposed to be priority 4 there, boys and girls. Oops. A little too low. Oh, cool. So it just smoothed it out. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, perfect. But it did. All right, it did do what I wanted. Interesting. Dabbles has a construction mandate for us. 3 more battle axes. Yes, sir. You know what? We've got all that steel hanging around, and we're going to be making a axe dwarf squad. We may as well put the Duke's construction demands to good use. That might be the wrong idea, but, you know, that's what we're going to go with right now. Let's see. Do we have any new cows? No. Oh, sorry, I thought I unpaused that. My bad. Smooth this one now. That's looking really nice, dwarves. Yeah, so that'll be smooth, and then obviously, you know, the streets won't be, they'll be made out of whatever material that is fitting. This is the mayor's house up here, and I would like to excavate this. Let's do this. That would be fine. Whoops. Oh gosh. I'll cause another problem here if I'm not careful. Don't want to dig down that far. Just want to dig this down, you know? Probably need to put a stairwell in here, but it would be nice to get 1 or 2 more houses in this area. Just removing those because we're going to smooth them as per the HOA standard that we have started to enforce here. Smooth cavern floors along here. I feel like I should put some statues or something like that along here, you know? Someone will come along and pick up those microcline blocks, I suppose. I don't think there's anything to do over here. Some of the stuff I'm not really ready to not really ready to make a decision on. You know, just let things evolve kind of naturally over time. Can remove that guy. Yeah, the residence hall is looking beautiful. We didn't find the gold we were looking for, obviously, but, you know, hey. Maybe we'll find some up here. I kind of doubt it, as this is starting to get to the edge of the mountainside, so, you know, there's only so much fun you can have, as it were. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What's going on here? This is a tame alpaca that is starving and dehydrated. Gosh, livestock are such a pain sometimes, you know? Is that alpaca, who is obviously aimlessly wandering the fort right now? Where is the stupid thing? You can get back up there. Okay, so it doesn't know how to get there. It's not in a relationship, so we're just going to butcher it. Let's eat it before, you know, things go bad. We've got... Stuff isn't growing back fast enough up here, you guys. There's a lot of... There's a lot of bare ground there. I was kind of hoping we would get some moss growing in there, but it hasn't happened yet, so... Hasn't happened yet. Pond grabber leather bag. Masterpiece pond grabber leather bag. How about that? Man, we tried to get rid of so much food and we only got rid of 3,000. They're ruthlessly efficient at slaughtering those things, though. It's a little unnerving, if I'm honest. Let's lock this up. We don't have anybody down here keeping an eye on it right now. And we'll make sure that that one's locked up. And, of course, that's already been locked up. So all of our entrances are sealed. We don't really have... this might be a good place to start, I guess. We don't really have a place that we can gather spider silk webs and stuff like that. So we're still not quite there. Back down here in the residence hall. Okay, so we've got all of our wheelbarrow. We're going to pull out a bunch of microcline out of this top section here, which will be nice. And we can continue the smoothing operations. Yeah, we'll continue the smoothing operations a little bit there. I think that's all we need for the time being. I guess we could take our mica row houses here down maybe all the way to the end and just like omit a few here. Now that might be cool. Got our little museum here with our silver statues. I kind of feel like maybe doing silver floors on this stuff is a better idea. So let's try that. I think it's going to look better. There's really nothing wrong with the way that it looks now, but I kind of would like those to protrude a little bit into the four cardinal directions. Just like that. Yeah, I think that's better. We'll see how it looks. But I'm guessing it's going to look better. Yeah, definitely. I certainly like it that way. I hope you like it that way. If you don't, well then, feel free to speak up in the comments and provide an alternative solution. I'll consider it. Actually, you know what? If I'm being honest, I think I've actually done pretty good at taking suggestions from the audience on what to do and what not to do. So, there you go. We can really channel this stuff out, guys. Come on. He won't be able to get to his home after this. I think that's the reason that I hadn't done this to begin with. It's our army of miners. We've got a bunch of new miners added to the mining core here. I guess he can get there. he's Kip. He's in his house sleeping, and then all of a sudden he wakes up, and there's just a big hole where his stoop used to be. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, let's do this. Let's make a ramp out of silver bars. Let's put it right. Oops, nope, not there. Let's go down here. There'll be a ramp up to his house. We can do 2 ramps. Sorry, 3. And the mayor's house will have a nice little floor? Yeah. Make a silver floor out of that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know what else we'll do with this. I guess we could just smooth it, because we're not going to put a house here, right? We'll put a house. We'll put a house in the other spots for sure. But we won't do it like maybe we'll put an oddly shaped orthoclase house right here. But we won't do it for this area here, and it'll kind of be like his grand entrance to his little house. It's kind of a small house, if I'm being honest, right? It's detailed. It's a beautiful looking house. It's just, you know. And we can put some... Yeah, you know what? We'll just put some silver stairs. We're burning through some silver here, guys, but I really don't care. Oops. We'll make a silver stairwell right there. And then we'll put granite floors around it. That's walls. Let's make sure I have that right. Now run those granite floors up. We're just trying to, like, get rid of the slope that's there, so it's all nice and clean, you know? We'll put some statues along here or something like that, you know? Make it nice. Put out a spread. We could make some rhyolite stairs at the base of this, too. Just to make it a little bit easier for people to get in and out of their homes. There we go. I don't know why they would want to get on that ledge, but now they can. Cinnabar, nice. I do like the red, the cinnabar red. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Look at that. How fancy. Do we have any orthoclase blocks? Because we can make a orthoclase, yeah, just a little bit. We'll just use all of the space here. It ends up working out to be about the same square footage, right? Kind of a long L shape. Get that area smooth, dwarves. Brimstone. There's some cinnabar right there. It takes them a while to get all of that dug out. Those are big projects, you know? And we can make another one up on the top, too. Plenty of orthoclase, why not? I don't know what we'll put over here. We could put a little shrine or something like that, I suppose. That's not bad. Look at that. It's definitely an odd-shaped house. It's probably a little smaller than some of the 5x5s that we've got, because this is 2... That's 14, 18. Yeah, it's definitely smaller. But that's okay. Forgot to put another floor piece right here. Yeah, we're out of orthoclase. That's a problem. Well, maybe that won't be finished. Here, let's cancel that. Really? Okay. Guess we have to wait for it to get restocked again. I think our squads are still training twice a year, so 2 months out of the year. And their development seems to be going very, very well. So we might have to, especially with the hammer dwarves, we might have to actually drop them down to maybe once a year training, just to keep the skill from getting rusty, or the skills from getting rusty. But for now, everybody's favorite job's coming up to work on, guys. Come get it while it's there. That's smooth. Hey, Erdim! Imsalicot, the engraver, has given birth to a boy. Let's meet our new arrival, shall we? It's always exciting. Homegrown, as they say. We can do this over here. We'll get some more orders done here first. Sorry. There we go. Now we got some work to do. Mill dimple cups. Seabrook is making granite pots. Thanks. Ramsey is cooking away. Let's find out where our baby boy... Oh, yeah, it's right there. Kosoth had the baby and is spattered guild. No, it's not her. Oh, there's 2 dwarves. I'm sorry. It's Erdim. I even said it. Erdim Race Inc. Salicot. This is her second child, and her eldest son is named Id. He is a dwarven child. Id Bearded Relic. He's a 2-year-old. He's been working. He's doing great. But Mama has had another baby, so you're gonna have to move over, Id, and let some of the attention fall on the new baby, Unib, which I can't say that last name. Bolted Drilled. He's going to be a hard worker, I can just tell. Alathmanang. Close enough. Unib Alathmanang, or as we like to call him, Bolted Drill. You're going to get a name right now. It's going to be Bob the Builder. Unib Bolted Drill. He's just going to be this kid's going to be working. He's patient, but he's low willpower and poor empathy. Maybe he won't be a hard worker. Low self-esteem, quick to despair, not inclined to the abstract. Gotta, he says. Both his mother and father are engravers here in the fortress, but they're basically just laborers at that point. And he worships Internet, because dwarves come out of the womb as worshippers. Yeah, cool. Well, welcome, Unid, Bob the Builder. Glad you're with us. Yeah, we're out of orthoclase still. Come on, guys. It's quite interesting. The reason that I'm not working through this area over here just yet is, well, primarily because I'm not 100% convinced that I'm not going to wedge some houses down here. We kind of started on it, and then we stopped when we were going to, dig around Noshtath. This is not the first time that we've breached Noshtath. If I'm looking, I don't think we've breached Idgim once. It just continues to be Noshtath, which is... There's some humor in that, if I'm being honest. I don't know if it's actually funny humor. It's a little funny to me. How's our clothing coming? This is just so... It's disappointing to see all these withered pigtails. I don't know why that's happening. We're not gathering them quick enough. Do we need spinners? Spin thread. It might be good for us to get a spinning core up, and anytime there's a pigtail, we just do it, Just put some more farmers' workshops up here, and then just really go nuts, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And these will be for spinning only. I don't know how I get them to do that. And I've forgotten if I need to process them. Process the plants first. Oh. A towering quadruped composed of ash. Stagshill has come. It has an enormous shell and appears to be emaciated. Well. let's figure out where he's at. Stag Shill. Where are you at, buddy? Ah, he's in the bottom cavern layer. What a terrifying looking creature. Low stamina, 304 years old. No kills. No relationships. Well, shall we? We shall. Fire at enemies, dwarves. Soon there will be one upon us. We'll throw open the gates. And we will meet this threat head on. You guys get down here, too. Just in case. Wait for these guys to get assembled here. Here come our siege operators. Stand at the ready, dwarves. Got a few things made of ash. I don't think it's going to be good to eat. Let's go check on him. Let's go check on our little friend. Oh, that's right. I have to open up the fortress. Throw open the gates. Throw open the gates. That should be sufficient, shouldn't it? Uninvited guest. Skulking around in the shadows beneath the dark waters in the cavern layer. Don't you want to come in? You don't? I find that extraordinarily surprising. It's going to be another one of those things where we probably should go out and try and explore as much of these cavern layers as possible with our military, so that we can identify all of the places where these beasts can come so that we can keep an eye on them. Right, because this is rather disconcerting. Well, Stagshill didn't want to be part of the fun. Unfortunately, we're way down on farmers. We need so many more farmers, you guys. It's unbelievable. This is bad. Look at all the pigtails we're not picking up. That's sad. Our uninvited guest has yet to come back into visibility of the fortress. So we're just going to wait here for a wee bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a dozen siege operators down here. Fantastic. Who will get the kill this time is the question. The prize, Stagshill. Who is maybe stag shy a little bit. Here comes another siege operator. And we have Ushrir, the Weaver, has become possessed. So that's a interesting thing. We know we're going to get another artifact. Ooh, he's tough. Let's take a look at our... Oh. He's 9 and he's strong. We want strong. We don't want tough. I always forget that. Goodbye. One hostile. There he is. Target has been acquired. Don't be stag shy, Stagshill. We only want to introduce you to our machine gun bolt throwers. He's making his way, it seems like. He's ambling in our general direction. Climb on out. You can do it. No? Climbing up in the trees. Wandering a bit here. Buddy. The doors are open. Is he aquatic or something? He doesn't want to come out of the water. Hey. Asen has become a dwarven child. And Namdiduk means he's turned 1. Come on. Vision lost. He is blind. Flimsy and extremely quick to tire. Back off the map again. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll keep an eye on for this hostile. We'll give him a few more minutes. While everyone just kind of stands here, waiting. He's back. And he's gone again. All right, well, this seems like it's going to be an adventure for another day because we're just a little over time. Thank you for joining me here in Fortress mode of Dwarf Fortress in the city of Anvilseal. Concluding episode 52, that's it for this time, guys. As you go on about your day, well, don't forget to hit somebody with some kindness. And hey, we'll see you next time.